Hey everybody, HomeSliceHenry here, and in today's video, we're going to be checking out some incredibly spicy battles in the Open Master League featuring the Triple Bear theme team. These battles were submitted to the channel by a member of the community, so many thanks for the battle submission. The team consists of a Shadow Ursaluna on the lead, Ursaring as the save switch, and Pangoro as the closer, with all three bears at level 50. This is definitely not a team I'd recommend for climbing, but it did make for some very fun sets. So without further ado, let's hop into the matches and check out the Triple Bear theme team in action in the Master League. Dream lead in the first match, Shadow Ursaluna into Giratina Origin. Opponent is going to save switch into an Excadrill, which will be met with the counter Ursaring. Ursaring will be able to tank the drill run, although that will do quite a bit of damage. Ursaring farms up and is going to fire off the close combat before Exca reaches a second move. Close combat, gets no shielded, and down goes Exca. In comes Metagross. Metagross looking for the farm down and able to get it. But now, Metagross is going to have to deal with Pangoro. Pangoro definitely not the tankiest at level 50, but will be able to spam out these Night Slashes like crazy. Pangoro firing off the first Night Slash into the Metagross. Metagross is going to commit the shield. Panda continuing to farm. Panda will go for Night Slash number 2. The Snarl's adding up quite a bit as well. This Night Slash is going to get shielded. Opponent recognizing they're in quite a bit of trouble, trying to get rid of this Panda Bear. This Night Slash is going to land, getting the Metagross low. Opponent sees the writing on the wall and concedes the match. Moving into the next match, leading Shadow Ursaluna into Excadrill, immediate save switch into Ursaring, and the opponent responds with Hydreigon. These counters are doing quite a bit of damage, but so are the Dragon Breaths. Ursaring definitely not the tankiest in level 50 Masters. Return is going to get the shield. This will be a brutal swing. Tough decision to make. Ursaring is going to commit the shield, try and make it to the close combat. Ursaring falls just short, and unfortunately is not going to be able to take out the Hydreigon. Hydreigon is going to KO here, but this should set up Ursaluna for a nice farm. Ursaluna going for the farm down and able to get it. That is fantastic. Is the opponent going to send back in the Exca into an energy lead Ursaluna? Yes, they are. Exca is going to reach the drill run. Drill run not going to be enough to KO, but it will do a lot of damage here. Drill run is going to get the Ursaluna low. Ursaluna is going to be firing off this high horsepower onto the Exca. High horsepower KOs the Exca. In the back, it's Metagross. This is going to be close. Firing off the Thunder Punch, hoping to try and bait the Metagross into shielding. Metagross shields, immediate switch into Pangoro. Pangoro is going to be firing off the Night Slash. Pangoro has to reach the double Night Slashes here. First one, able to land, no boost. This is Meteor Mash number 1. This is going to be incredibly close. Pangoro farming up. They get to the Meteor Mash. Can Pangoro survive this? Meteor Mash onto Pangoro. Takes out Pangoro. And it's a heartbreaking defeat. Picking up the Dream lead again in the next match, Shadow Ursaluna into Giratina Origin. Giratina just has absolutely nowhere to run against this team. Opponent is going to save switch into a Mewtwo. He's actually going to stay in here with the Ursaluna. Could choose to bring in Pangoro, but choosing to stay in with the Ursaluna for now. Psystrike is going to get shielded. Ursaluna will fire off a Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch not going to KO here, but will do some solid chip damage. Mewtwo commits the shield, and now it's time for the Panda. This is not enough for a Focus Blast, so Pangoro can let this go. Opponent is going to go for a Psystrike, but even a resisted Psystrike still does almost half of its health. Night Slash gets shielded. Mewtwo continues to farm. Mewtwo tries to go for CMP, but Pangoro gets a free Snarl. That is quite nice. Pangoro shields the Psystrike. Pangoro farming up, and it's at the back-to-back Night Slashes. This Night Slash should take out the Mewtwo, and Pangoro is going to leave with energy. Opponent is going to send in Dialga, and Dialga is about to get rocked. Close combat, massive damage. In comes Ursaring. Ursaring gets the farm down. Opponent is going to send in Giratina, and they just stop attacking at this point and concede the match. Tricky lead in the next match, Shadow Ursaluna into Kyogre. Kyogre is able to hit for massive super effective damage with the waterfalls and the surfs, but Ursaluna can return the favor with a Thunder Punch. Ursaluna fires off the Thunder Punch. We do see a shield from Kyogre. Kyogre massively overfarms and is going to fire off the surf before Ursaluna gets to the Thunder Punch. Ursaluna committing the shield, wanting to try and grab that second shield or get the Kyogre into farm down range. Thunder Punch, able to land and get Kyogre low. Now he is going to send in Ursaring, and Ursaring will be met with the loaded Surf. This Surf will do quite a bit of damage, as we've seen. Ursaring, not the tankiest. Ursaring able to get the farm down, but on very low HP. In comes Dialga. Ursaring going straight for the close combat. Do they respect the damage? They do not. In comes Pangoro, and in the back, they have Excadrill. Oh my goodness, this might actually be doable. Pangoro is going to commit the shield. Drill Run would do a lot of damage here. Pangoro is very close to the back-to-back close combats. Firing off the first. This close combat is going to get the shield. Pangoro able to reach another close combat. This one is going to KO, taking out the Exca. Can it outpace Dialga? Back in comes Dialga. It's a CMP tie, and Dialga gets to the Iron Head. This will KO. Can Ursaring counter down? Ursaring barely cannot. Moving into the next match, picking up a slightly negative lead, Shadow Ursaluna into Mewtwo. Mewtwo is going to be able to outpace the Ursaluna, going for the Psy Strike as soon as they get it. Psy Strike will do quite a bit of damage, but Ursaluna is able to hang on, farm up, and bait with a Thunder Punch just as they reach the high horsepower. This Thunder Punch bait is able to grab a shield from the Mewtwo. Mewtwo goes for Psy Strike number 2. Ursaluna will commit a shield because Ursaluna will be able to reach a second Thunder Punch before Psy Strike number 3 is going to land. This Thunder Punch is not going to be enough to KO the Mewtwo, but it will put the Mewtwo into perfect farm down range for Pangoro. Psy Strike number 3 is coming through, taking out the Ursaluna. In comes Pangoro, and Pangoro gets a perfect farm down. Opponent in the back, they have Kyogre, and that's a bit scary. XL Kyogre is very tanky. Close combat is able to connect. In comes Ursaring in the back. The opponent has Dialga, and these counters from Ursaring are adding up quite a bit, but so are the Dragon Breaths. Dialga is going to be firing off their Iron Head, trying to force the final shield. Ursaring commits the final shield, going for the close combat. This close combat is going to KO Dialga. In comes Kyogre. Kyogre is going to be met with another close combat. Ursaring barely able to hang on and get the shield. It's all up to Pangoro. Can Pangoro survive a Surf and a couple waterfalls? Surf gets the Panda low. Pangoro able to get to the close combat. Is this going to be enough to KO? Close combat, taking out Kyogre and clutching the win. Hopping into the next match, leading Shadow Ursaluna into Excadrill. 2 better responses in the back, so he's going to save switch into Pangoro. Opponent is going to stay in and fire off the Drill Run. This would do quite a bit of damage. Pangoro is going to commit the shield, overfarm, and then go for the Night Slash bait, hoping to try and grab a shield. Night Slash gets no shielded by the opponent. That is not good. This is only a Night Slash. We'll see how well the opponent knows their counts, and they let that one go as well. Things going from bad to worse. Opponent does give a free Snarl, so maybe Pangoro can farm down here. Pangoro looking for the farm down. Exca survives on very low HP, reaches a final Drill Run, and Panda is forced to give up both shields. That is a little unfortunate. Opponent is going to wait their timer, and they're going to bring in Metagross. Pangoro firing off the Night Slash. Night Slash is able to land. Pangoro going for Night Slash number 2. Is Metagross going to commit a shield? Metagross does commit a shield. Aggressive switch into Ursaring. Ursaring is really not going to appreciate this Meteor Mash. Can Ursaring survive here? Ursaring, Meteor Mash, gets taken out. In comes Ursaluna, and it's Dragonite in the back, and unfortunately, this is looking like it might just be game over. Firing off the Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch is going to land. Dragonite able to tank that, no problem, and this superpower is going to be lethal. Dragonite goes for the Dragon Claw, actually. Could have just gone for the superpower, but either way, in a very comfortable spot here. Dragonite will be able to shield up the Thunder Punch. Aggressive switch into Pangoro to try and catch, and that will be game over. This Dragonite will be able to take down the Ursaluna and get the win. Same leads to the next match, Shadow Ursaluna into Excadrill. Similar plan as before, immediate save switch out of this matchup. He's going to send in Pangoro, and the opponent is going to respond with Dialga. Pangoro continues to farm. Dialga is going to fire off the Iron Head. Pangoro needs to shield, as these Dragon Breaths are absolutely tearing through its HP. Pangoro at the back-to-back close combats, firing off the first one. Close combat, able to land, and gets the Dialga low. Pangoro very close to the back-to-back Night Slashes, firing off the first one. Dialga is going to let that go, taking shield advantage for their Excadrill. And honestly, Exca with the shield advantage is quite scary for this team. Close combat is going to get the shield, as Exca is able to get the farm down. And now in comes Ursaring. These counters will add up quite a bit, But man, Exa has a lot of energy, and that's going to prove to be scary. In the back, the opponent has a Lugia, and Lugia is going to be met with the Shadow Ursaluna. Lugia firing off the Sky Attack. This Sky Attack not going to be doing a whole lot of damage. Ursaluna continues to farm. Ursaluna is at the back-to-back Thunder Punches, but these Thunder Punches do not get same type attack bonus, and Lugia is notoriously tanky. Lugia's Sky Attack is going to be grabbing the final shield from the Shadow Ursaluna. Ursaluna continues to farm. Ursaluna is at the back-to-back Thunder Punches. Unfortunately, Lugia is able to get through a free Dragon Tail. Thunder Punch gets the shield, able to get another Thunder Punch. This is going to be taking out the Lugia. The question is, can Ursaring outpace the Exa? It's going to be close. Excadrill able to outpace by a single turn. Drill Run will take out the Ursaring. And that's a heartbreaking loss. Hopping into the final match, picking up an incredibly good lead, Shadow Ursaluna into Giratina Origin. As we've seen, Giratina just has absolutely nowhere to run versus this squad. Opponent is going to save switch into Togekiss. Ursaluna is going to stay in this matchup because the tackle damage and the Thunder Punches are really going to start to add up. Ursaluna fires off the Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch gets the shield, and Ursaluna reaches Thunder Punch number 2, applying so much pressure onto this Togekiss. Togekiss lets it go, and they lose all their energy and a shield in a really nice spot here. Aggressive switch into Ursaring when the opponent brings out their Excadrill. Exa will fire off the Drill Run. No sense in shielding the Ursaring in case the opponent is going to bring back in the Giratina. Ursaring going for the close combat onto the Exa. Close combat is going to get the shield. Opponent is going to send in Giratina. Giratina going to have a very tough time farming down. Giratina barely able to do so, but their energy is going to be walled by this Ursaring. Ursaring is going to tank this Ominous Wind like it's nothing and continue to farm. Giratina firing off another charge move. They're going for another Ominous Wind. They are hoping for a boost, but a boost is not going to come. Firing off a Night Slash from Pangoro. This is going to hurt. This Night Slash gets the Giratina below half health. Giratina, unless they're running Dragon Pulse, which they are not, is in a world of trouble. In comes Exa. Exa does have energy, but the Panda still has 2 shields. Shielding up the Drill Run, over farming, and going for the Night Slash. This Night Slash isn't quite going to KO, but it will get the Exa into farm down range. Pangoro able to get the farm down after committing the final shield, and will leave with a Night Slash loaded to take on the Giratina. Back in comes Giratina. Pangoro firing off the Night Slash. Night Slash gets them low, gets the boost, farms down, and secures the win. We do have some bonus footage to showcase as well, featuring the exact same team, but it's only the second half of a battle, as the first half unfortunately corrupted. We see the Ursaring going up against the Metagross. This Meteor Mash is going to do a ton of damage, the counter KOs, and in comes Mewtwo. Mewtwo is able to outpace, this Side Strike is going to KO. The question is, can the low health Pangoro take out the Mewtwo? In comes Pangoro. Pangoro barely able to outpace the Mewtwo and make it to the Night Slash. Night Slash takes out the Mewtwo, and that is a good game. All in all, these were some truly incredible Master League battles featuring a triple bear theme team. I can't imagine how difficult it must have been to run this team, and on top of that, to actually get wins with it. So many props to this trainer. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And a special thank you, as always, to our members here on YouTube. The support you guys provide is sincerely appreciated. So thank you guys oh so very much. And until next time, I've been HomeSliceHenry.